We spend most of our life learning about the outside. But when it comes to inside, our psychology, we can barely scratch the surface. But our psychology isn't just a part of us. Our psychology shapes our reality itself, our own very life. You can't run away from it, and you can't ignore it on the long run. Your psychology inevitably gets into everything. Like, how dominated is your life by one of the following: stress, anxiety, focus problems, overthinking, perfectionism, apathy, family drama, communication breakdowns, work stress, financial stress, feeling overwhelmed, feeling stuck, feeling like you're not enough, thinking about vacation at work, and thinking about work at vacation. These aren't just abstract concepts. These are the things that determine the fabric of our existence. And that's why we are constantly looking for help in this area. Walk into any bookstore and you will immediately recognize that the biggest section is the self-help and personal development type of books. The same trend has been happening on online space. Social media is flooded with self-improvement tips, healing, growth, and mental well-being. The demand is massive, but most of us don't search for the answers until something big happens to us. We don't think about our emotional wiring until we lost like a very important family member, we lost an important job, or just when we are burned out so much and we can't even get out of bed, then we search for answers. By that point, it's like trying to learn how to swim when you're already drowning, actually. For some people, therapy is an option. Deep conversations, emotional excavations, high session fees. And for others, it's not even on the table. We can't understand our inner world without talking about what we are. To put simply, we are humans. The second we open our eyes as babies, we start learning, watching, observing. The reason is because humans survive by learning. Imagine that you're stranded in the wild and inevitably in time you will get hungry. If you don't know which plants are poisonous, or you don't know how to hunt for animals, it would be a definite game over for you. Your livelihood depends on what you know actually in life. So as a baby, your first source of knowledge is your parents. To put it simply, your parents are your first guide for survival. They have been alive long enough to create you and raise you. So your brain automatically assumes that they must know something about survival. So you watch them, you observe them, and try to observe their daily routines, their emotions, their systems of thought. Your brain is constantly saving the data that is coming from them, knowing that this data will be the difference between safety and danger. This happens in a very, very, very early age. By the age of 7, nearly 80% of your neurons are in their place. That actually means most of your emotional wiring is done when you don't even have the capacity to question them. So the psychological wiring that is present within you, that shapes your decisions, fears, and habits, are already in a place that is very hard to question. These patterns are logical, but they definitely run the show. And this, I think, is where the real self-awareness starts. Not with motivational quotes, but with hard questions and the ability to face the real answers. Questions like, why do I react to failure like this? Why do I avoid the things that are important to me? But here is the catch. Even when you find some answers, the questioning part is never really over. And you keep on learning and you keep evolving and recognizing that you're not broken or you don't have any disadvantages compared to other normal people. I think this is the starting point to understanding yourself and making peace with yourself, accepting yourself, actually. This is Existential Help Desk signing off.